Hello everyone and welcome back to Starbound. My name's Techwersa and we're gonna pick up right where we left off. Oh. You saw it, but I didn't mention it. I put tables and chairs up there. Right up there. There we go. But anyways, so I did a little bit off camera work. Just got the measurements of the next building, the next module, whatever you want to call it. I got the measurements of it down, so we don't have to worry too much about setting that up during the time lapse. Let me go over really quickly what I plan on having here. So it's gonna be like a little bit of a market. Gonna have 4 separate shops, plus on top of that, so they're right here. One here, and then 2 on the other side. And then here, we're gonna have a library. I already have some bookshelves, so I'll have to determine what background I want, but there's that. And then up here on the top, I want to put a garden. And that's about it. Anyways, let's get started building. Alright, well, with this time lapse, I'm doing a little bit more of the same. I'm filling in the boxes that I kind of laid out, when I was pre-planning all of this to make sure that the proportions were right, so I didn't run into the same thing I did with the last one, where I had this humongous room and it didn't fit in with anything else that I had planned. But anyway, so I just fill that in, then fill in the background, then drain it, and that's it. I've already talked about what I'm building. I mean, there's going to be a garden, a library, a couple of shops. Shops, that's what they're called, shops. Wow, I actually blanked for there for a moment and almost didn't say shops. Anyways, but I've already talked about, what I'm building. There's really nothing more that I can add to that. And I'll talk about furnishing later because I do make a separate time lapse for the furnishing. So we'll talk about that when we get there. Anyways, that's really all that I can say about this particular build. Well, except for the fact that, how do I best put this? Building in water really is not pleasant, because it's flooding in from everywhere. I mean, I guess, granted, after you put in a background and a couple of drains, it all disappears, but before you get that background in, it's really a pain. Well, that being said, I am still enjoying making this water colony. It's just that I wish it wasn't so mean to me. How about that? But yeah, I think after this episode, I will take a break. From building this, and I'll get back to it in a couple of episodes once I have, I think the next one's Apex. I think I'm working on Apex. Yeah, once I've scanned Apex stuff and I've done the Apex dungeon, whatever it happens to be, then I'll resume building. Just because I don't want to bog you guys down with too many build episodes in a row. I think I did that with the moon colony. 1 is fine, 2 in a row is okay, but 3's too much. So after this episode, I'm gonna go Apex hunting. I'm not gonna kill them. No, I'm not gonna kill them. I'm gonna go Apex hunting. Like I'm gonna try to find their civilization. I know that there are Apex towns and then little rebel camps. But yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do next. Then after that, I'll resume building on this. This is a massive project. Like, I've already used, I think by the end of this video, I'll have used about the equivalent of 150 Durasteel ingots in terms of like the backgrounds, the steel beaming that I'm using. Maybe it's a little bit less than that. Maybe I'm giving myself too much credit. But yeah, that I'm not looking forward to farming more Durasteel. I love building, but I don't like the resource cost that comes with it. Oh, anyways, I think I'll stop talking here and let you guys sit the last 30 seconds or so in peace. Well, I hope you enjoyed that little time lapse. By little, I probably mean it was really long, but now we're going to start work on the little individual rooms. I do have the furniture for them. Welcome back! I kind of told you guys that I was going to be time-lapsing through the furniture. Originally, though, just kind of a little side note thing. It's not what I originally had planned. I originally planned to go through and place the furniture down for all the individual rooms and kind of talk about my thought process, and that ended up taking half an hour. It won't seem like half an hour, it'll seem like 2 minutes, give or take. But anyways, so I wanted to add more variety to my shops since, I kind of didn't do that with the, originally in my moon colony. Talked about that in my last video a little bit. But one thing I realized as I was placing stuff down, I forgot one key component for merchants, which is it requires storage container of some type. I'm really hoping those cash registers count towards that. If they don't, I'm going to come through and replace some of the furniture. That being said, I've of course already moved on to the library. The library was a little bit of an interesting beast, but not as much as the garden, which is coming up next. But anyways, so the library I had difficulty with. I had all the furniture for it, but I didn't know how to place them together. And of course, the very large bookcase that I thought I was going to be able to use doesn't fit in the library. Oh, and one thing that I should mention, how I got the big bookcase in the first place, is I installed a mod that expands on what you can pixel print. You'll see it in the garden. I have like these little capsule things that I put down that are little bushes, the little flower bushes. Yeah, those among other things are now printable. Some of them are cheaty, some of them are not. I'll use my good discretion on what I buy with the pixel printer and what I don't. Anyways, back to the build. I'd forgotten to bring my hoe and watering can so I could plant down the little flower grass. But with the flower grass now down, that's it. Well, that's all I've got time for today. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. If you have any suggestions or want to see anything, make sure you leave a comment in the comment section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have yourselves a very good day.